Hello and welcome to my video describing my product through my various card models. So this is my latest card model, which came to be after quite a bit of ideation and card modeling, starting with the first prototype, which was quite hastily done just to build shape and to support the concept, which was for the brief of creating a jigsaw that would last longer. And I personally thought of a few ways to do it, starting off with going for a more modular route, and from there I created this second prototype with a modular handle and power supply. And this was probably the most influential prototype I made, because from it I learned a lot about the ergonomics of the entire jigsaw, as well as what I wanted to move forward with. And what I learned from this one was that the materials I wanted to use a folded metal sheet to create most of the body, and that would house all the electronics, and you'd kind of pack things onto there. So that was the core product. And I really liked the core being made out of this folded sheet metal, and cardboard kind of let me experiment with that quite well. And from there I went to this model, which was more centered on that idea of it being made from the sheet metal. And before, where I was thinking of using cork for handle accents and injection molded polycarbonate handles, I thought I should go further back, be more minimalistic, and just stick to the internals being made out of the steel, the external shell being made out of the folded sheet metal, and the handle being made out of a hardwood. And from there I was able to further break down the shape, make the entire body out of this folded sheet metal. The shoe was connected via a slot, which allows you to access the internals. And from there I was able to then focus on the housing, which, if you look from the top down compared to the last one, it's the same length but it's much thinner. And in CAD I was able to see that there was a massive vacancy of space under this part, which I then adapted for in this bit. So although this is closer to my final concept and meeting on my brief, this model was probably the most influential because of how much it influenced this one. As the features go on the final concept, there is the main switch which controls the oscillating blade, and that is in the same design as the original Einheld jigsaw, just because I thought it was a nice honorable mention back to the original design. So it stands pretty much in the same place as the original design for your offhand to adjust. The speed dial, which I had at the front for most of my earlier concepts, I've moved to the back, as I don't think it would ever be used in the middle of cutting. So it's kind of a safety measure that you have to readjust and then go again. And then for the trigger itself, you can see in my CAD development at the end, I actually have two triggers, and one of them is on this plane here, which is for whenever you're holding it at the top, you can hit it there. And the other one is just on this part here, so you can hit it with your thumb whenever you're holding it from this part. And that is my video. Thank you very much for your time.